Right. Sorry for that. My connection was having a problem. Guys, today I'm here to talk about something very sensitive, something most people will not be free to talk about, and that is the mental health. Before we continue, please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and like, share so that YouTube can recommend my channel to other people. So we've been having cases of police killing people, police killing themselves, youth, like the current incident whereby a student was with a knife at school, and then he threatened like to kill himself. Yeah, the news reaching to us is that the guy or the boy, the school boy, has finally killed himself. He was tired, he was in school, and everything was going crazy for him. He had nobody to talk to. His friend was there crying, telling him, "Hey, please, bro, talk to me. What's the problem?" But the young man could not talk. He continued crying, saying, "Let me kill myself." Nobody was there to, nobody was there to advise. Nobody was there to talk to this young man. Then he succumbed to it and killed himself. Sadly, today, this morning at around 8:45 a.m., we had an incident at Siaya where a police officer locked himself into the room. Then I don't know what happened, but he died. Of course, the government says the cause of the fire is not established or something. But then, looking into the matter, this guy committed suicide. He killed himself in the house. He locked the door, then lit the house. Then, yeah. So basically, depression is killing people. Men are dying. I've lost a close friend who suffered succumbed to brain tumor, and the brain tumor is caused by the fact that this guy was depressed and he could not talk about it. It's so sad. When we used to talk, he was physically challenged. He had an accident and he could not accept it. As a friend, I tried to talk to him to accept the fact that, bro, it has happened. You're good. You're okay. So he was like, bro, I cannot gain weight. I cannot do anything just because if I do that, I'll not be able to walk. I'll have to walk on scratches. So this guy kept the depression. He tried to talk to us, but then I don't know what happened. He developed a brain tumor. Now he's dead. We can see all over the TV at Kisii the incident that happened and a man shot himself. Can shot like caused commotion in a police officer, injured a lot of police officer. I'm afraid we are getting to an era whereby you are in the market, then a police officer comes and shoots at everyone. You understand? The incident that was happening in what do you call it in Tanzania, where a man came out with a gun and was shooting in the air. Then, of course, the police came and shot him dead. Those are some of the examples of the cases you're having of men like not talking. Men are dying due to depression. Men are succumbing to the pressure. So, you as the viewer, what are you doing outside there? I know women are also going through a lot, but now the case of men killing themselves, it's getting out of hand. We don't know about women because I've not heard, but I know there are women who are going through a lot financially, like emotionally, and everything. So we need to talk. Let's interact. Let's talk. Like, yeah, I'll talk to someone about how you feel. Don't let the pressure kill you. Don't let the pressure lead you to doing something that will maybe get you to prison or rather make you kill yourself. Be open-minded. You have a dream. I know you come from a very, very humble background. Not everyone you see succeeding in life is due to hard work. Some of them have sacrificed their own stars. Some of them have sacrificed their manhood. Some of them have sacrificed the things they treasure the most just to get to that point whereby they can say they are rich. Some have killed their parents for rituals. Some have gone to the so-called wash business. They are doing money laundering. They are stealing online. They are doing credit card laundry. You see them prospering, but their days are numbered. You are there hardworking. Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't succumb to the pressure. If a woman does not fit your profile, walk away. If a man does not fit your profile, walk away. You are a woman, you're not giving birth. It's not your fault, maybe. Maybe the man has a problem, but then you think that you are the problem. So you sought to kill yourself just because you cannot satisfy this guy. Walk away. Don't kill yourself. There's someone out there who loves you. There's someone outside there who cares about you. So, brother and sister, you're watching this right now. I can tell you something. Don't kill yourself. Don't kill yourself. I have a friend of mine here who's been through a lot. Okay, I was telling him, we are sharing some story about how I wanted to commit suicide at some point in my life. But then I thought about my mom. I thought about my father, the way they trust me. I remember my dad almost collapsed the day I was denied a chance in one of the schools where I was to like get into admission. It was so hard for them to believe that their son had been denied a chance to get to the school. But I told my dad, hey, you cannot die for me. You understand? You have your own life. So don't succumb to the pressure. Don't even say you'll only die for your mother. What if your mother let you down? It's your life. Take control of it. So on board, I'll be having CJ who will be sharing with us a story of his and how he feels about this whole thing and this whole saga of people killing themselves. Yes, welcome, CJ.
Yeah, thank you, Bahati. There's this thing of men saying that being a man or being a man, I think we should consider our lives first. Like most men don't like sharing their most men don't like sharing their stories and what they're going through. Like there's a time I felt reject this thing. Like I was a reject. I was under pressure, no one to talk to, till I reached a point of like I want to kill myself because I thought like everyone was against me because the everyone was stylish, the style, the life we
The
want to
swag.
live. Yeah, so it was very hard for me. Yeah, it was very hard for me, and I wanted to commit suicide, but at that point, I started thinking of myself, thinking of my life. I even became a street child for a week because of the pressure, yeah, the depression, uh, till I felt like I'm doing the wrong thing, like I'm making the wrong decision. Then there's this guy who rescued me, a watchman actually, as a security officer. Yeah, it was at night in Kakamega town, and he talked to me. He told me the importance of life and how special I am, and I felt like I need this chance, like I was born to do something. So women yourself and share your stories with other people. Yeah, talk to people. People will help you a lot. People will guide you. Some will some will help you to kill yourself by discouraging you, and it's not good. We should not discourage others. We should always encourage. We should stay positive so that we may help each other. Because what's going on, it's not. It's so sad. What's going on is very sad, and it's not such a good thing. Yeah, we should share our stories. We should share our feelings with the people who love us. We should talk to one another. Yeah, we should be like women. Ladies are open-minded. When they're going through an issue, when they're facing an issue, they have these are the friends they talk to. They share with the story. They share with the story, and at least they calm down, they cool, and they they live. And yeah, the thing of I'm a man, like most of the time, let me say, for example, when men are sick, they say that I cannot lie down because I'm a man. I cannot lie down because of such small sickness or whatever. You see, yeah, we should not. Like there's this guy in the Bible who cried. There's a man in the Bible who cried Was it David or who?
Job.
Job, not Job.
Job.
There is this man who said that there is this man in the Bible who cried, who locked himself and cried and
Yeah, I think
yeah,
it's Job. It's Job. Yeah, the guy like was God. You've forsaken me. I've been a good man. I've done ABCD. Like I've lived according to your ways, but then you're allowing the devil to come and test me. Yeah. So yeah, basically, I think it's Job. Okay.
yeah. So we should let you should free yourself from the from
The pressure.
the pressure. You should free yourself. Talk to people. Yeah, visit guiders, those counselors, therapists. Visit them. Yeah, those people really help. Yeah, or talk to your closest friends. Yeah, they really help. This suicide issue doesn't help. Yeah, it doesn't help. Yeah, talk to the stay positive, and everything will be good. Thank you.
All right. So you've heard from CJ. He's my best friend, my cousin. Yeah, I think I've seen what depression can do. Yeah, the parents could call and like, hey, talk to your cousin and everything. But then you understand, you need to understand someone, how someone feels, what someone is going through. You understand? So for me, if you're outside there, okay, basically about me, maybe I should share a little bit about my story. While in campus, yes, my parents did their best. They took me to the best school. I was at Kabrak University. Yeah, so while at Kabrak, things were not well. After doing my first exam, things turned out worse because there's a time you were like, yeah, talking about school fees and stuff. So I was on the top notch to try and talk to the school to reduce the school fees and everything and everything. Okay, actually, let me just shorten it by saying I was an activist. So it really affected my studies and everything because now, yeah, let me just jump the whole thing, but you understand the kind when you try to fight a system, it was not easy. So due to that, my grades were affected each and every time I used to do exam. I was so bitter. I was like, man, what should I do now that I keep on failing? I have Fs, and for that you have to pay a whole 10,000 for one fail. And looking at the system, I had 8 fails. That is 180,000, and my father at home thinks that everything is fine. So I could not talk to my dad. I could not tell him about my fails and everything because he was like, hey, I pay your school fees, I pay your rent, I give you everything. You are supposed to go to school and learn, but then he doesn't understand the thing that is happening to me at school. You understand? Then if you talk to him about it, he'll be like, hey, why can't you keep quiet and everything and everything? At the end of the day, he's pushing you, that money is a lot, you can do this and that. So it really affected me. And then he had also told me something very crazy and told me, hey bro, if you get a woman pregnant, it means that you are ready to raise a family. So I'm going to stop paying your school fees, and that's it. So in the first year, second year, third year, everything was fine. Now during my fourth year, I have 8 Fs. I need 80,000 from him. Then my girlfriend gets pregnant. How am I supposed to tell him that? That thing really finished me. I was almost losing. I was almost going mad. How am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to handle this? I'm supposed to graduate. I cannot graduate with 8 Fs. There is that woman around now with the kid, and I cannot imagine aborting my child. So it was the hardest decision for me. It was so hard. So for me, I thought maybe I should kill myself so that I can run away from all these troubles. I sat down, I looked at the lady. I was like, God, now what if I kill myself? Will that be the right thing? Will that really help the situation, or rather it will ignite the situation? So I was like, no, I need to talk to someone. Now, that was a problem now. How am I going to face the dean? How am I going to face the guiding and counseling? I was a leader at school. People know me. I'm a celebrity. So how do I go and talk to them about me? They respect me, that kind of thing. Like they see me as, yeah, like a strong man and everything. So it was hard for me to talk to them. I like for real. So what I did, I went home. I called my grandmother. We sat down. My grandmother is my best friend. So we sat down with my grandmother and I was like, hey, Granny, I'm in trouble. What is it, my son? Okay, he calls me his son, even though I'm the grandson. So he told me, my son, what's the problem? I was like, Grandma, I think I've messed up. I've gotten a woman pregnant. I have 8 Fs. I don't know what to do. I feel like dying. She almost beat me up. How do you die? What do you want me to do? If you want to die, let me die far. Let me die for you. It really hit me. So I was told like, hey, so if I'd killed myself, my grandmother will die, my mother will die. Because you can imagine a situation whereby I killed myself. They'd be like, what was that hard? Like, okay, the question is, what really made you to kill yourself? You could have talked to us. But then, how do I start talking to someone about my problem? That's the feeling of being a man. Like, what would they say about me? They look down upon me. They'll be saying you're weak. That kind of thing. We took you to school to learn, not to have sex with women. So that stigma, I could not talk to anyone. I could not like share with anyone. So for me, I thought suicide was the best thing. But I talked to my grandmother. My grandmother told me, don't worry. Your father is not going to stop paying your school fees. He's not going to chase you away from her. He is my son and he has to do what I tell him to do. Good enough, my dad. I don't know how my dad knew about it, but then he just knew it. He told me, he called me and told me, hey, I know what you going through. The phone you bought me, you forgot to delete the WhatsApp messages, and I've gone through everything. I know everything. So just tell me, just confirm to me the news, and let's know what we can do. I told him, like, okay, there's this woman. She got pregnant for me, yeah, and everything and everything. I have 8 Fs and everything. So he told me, no, you should just talk. Like, come on, don't think about killing yourself. The time you've been in school and everything. So I talked to my dad, and everything was fine. Though currently the pressure is all also okay. The pressure is too much. The pressure, not I fear failing, so I work hard every day. But that's the life of being man. But then the goal here is, don't let anyone push you to do something that you cannot do. You understand? If it's a woman who needs more than what you can afford, let her go. If it's a man who needs more than you can get, let him go. Don't kill yourself. Killing yourself will not cure your problems. You're going to hurt others. At least think about your mother, think about your father, think about your wife, think about your husband, think about your children, think about your future. You are having a whole generation inside you. You just destroying a whole generation because of a simple thing. Now, back to the government. We hear you guys saying that, hey, you want to, you like depression, health, mental health. I'm a man. I cannot accept defeat. Like I'm defeated. I cannot provide for the viewer who are watching this. I know you can bet with me. It's the hardest thing a man can do, accepting defeat. Never. When the taxes are high, what do you expect us to do? Where every the situation, the economic situation, salvage the common mwananchi, get us out of that ditch of hardship where you cannot afford a simple fare. This whole adage of tuma fair, cooler fair, people are thinking that is this. It's very simple thing. You work a whole day, you paid 400 per day. There's this your girlfriend is in town. He wants to come to visit you. The fare from Nairobi to Siaya, it's now 1,500. Before it was 600. You work for a day. For 2 days you can provide the fare to and fro. But now you have to work for a whole 2 weeks so that you can get the 2,000. Of course, you'll have to give her the fare to and fro, some snacks on the road. But they cannot afford this. Depression. Now, you send this money, a woman eats it. And you can imagine the sweat and everything a man has gone through to get that money. What do you expect? A police officer shoots himself. The pressure, he has a case, he's being turned up and down and everything, the kind of lifestyle he's living, maybe he has loans and everything. What do you expect this man to do if not killing himself? So the government, please, we are asking a simple favor. Salvage your citizens from high taxation, especially on basic needs. Petrol is basic. Without petrol, everything hikes up. So, guys, I think I've talked a lot. I've talked a lot. And then one thing everyone keeps forgetting, always talk to God. Wake up every morning and kneel down. Thank God for that breath you have. Thank God for every situation. Sometimes you only need to talk to yourself. You know, you like, how do you just take a knife? How do you just take a gun? How do you just jump from a building when you can talk to God who is inside you? Talk to yourself. Commit your problem to God. He's going to give you a thought that will change the whole scenario. Don't give up, my brother. Don't give up, my sister. Don't kill yourself. Don't kill others. God loves you. We love you. I love you personally. And I know we are going to get this together. I've been your host, DJ from Adi Royal TV. If this message has touched you, kindly subscribe to my channel, share with your friends, family, and everyone. And just know that we love you. Thank you very much. See you next time.